Demeter, the goddess of agriculture, knew great sorrow. Her heart ached with a pain that resonated through the very earth she nurtured. Her beloved daughter, Persephone, had been taken to the underworld by Hades, the god of the dead. This abduction was not just a personal loss, but a cosmic event that disrupted the natural order. As Demeter's grief deepened, the earth itself grew barren, mirroring her sorrow. Crops withered, fields lay desolate, and famine spread across the land. In her despair, Demeter wandered the earth, disguised as an old woman. She roamed from village to village, her heart heavy with loss, seeking solace but finding none. Eventually she arrived in the town of Eleusis, where she was welcomed into the home of Queen Metanira. The queen, unaware of the old woman's true identity, offered her hospitality and kindness. Demeter grew fond of Metanira's infant son, Demophon. The child brought a small measure of joy to her otherwise sorrowful existence. In gratitude for the queen's kindness, Demeter decided to bestow upon Demophon the gift of immortality, a rare and precious blessing. Each night she would place him in the hearth's fire, a sacred ritual meant to burn away his mortal essence and transform him into an immortal being. One fateful night, Queen Metanira discovered Demeter's actions. Horrified and misunderstanding the goddess's intentions, she interrupted the ritual, fearing for her child's life. The interruption left Demophon's fate shrouded in mystery. Some say he perished in the fire, his mortal essence consumed. Others believe he lived on, but as a mortal, his chance at immortality lost forever. The ambiguity of Demophon's fate added to the sorrow and mystique of Demeter's story. It became a tale told through generations, a reminder of the delicate balance between mortal and divine. Demeter, heartbroken and angered by humanity's interference, vowed to keep her secrets hidden. Her sorrow turned to wrath, and the earth remained barren, a reflection of her inner turmoil. The gods, witnessing the suffering of humanity, pleaded with Demeter to relent. They understood that the balance of the world depended on her forgiveness and the return of fertility to the land. Despite their pleas, Demeter refused to yield until her daughter was returned. Finally, Zeus, the king of the gods, intervened, understanding the gravity of the situation. He brokered a deal with Hades, negotiating Persephone's release. The agreement was that Persephone would spend part of the year in the underworld and part on Earth, with her mother. This compromise brought a semblance of balance. Persephone's return to Earth marked the end of Demeter's sorrow, and her presence brought life back to the land. Overjoyed, Demeter lifted the curse on the land. Her joy was reflected in the blooming fields and the return of abundance. Spring returned, bringing with it the promise of new life and abundance. The cycle of seasons was restored and the earth flourished once more, a testament to the enduring bond between mother and daughter. Though reunited with her daughter, Demeter still harbored a deep distrust of humans. Her experiences had left her wary, and she was cautious about sharing her divine knowledge with those who might misuse it. She yearned to share her knowledge of agriculture, but she needed someone worthy, someone who understood the delicate balance of life and death. The cycles of nature were sacred to her, and she sought a human who could appreciate this sanctity. Her gaze fell upon Triptoleme, a young prince of Eleusis. He was not just any prince. He was known for his wisdom and compassion, traits that set him apart from others of his kind. Triptoleme was a kind and curious soul, eager to learn. His heart was pure, and his mind was open to the mysteries of the world around him. He possessed a deep respect for the natural world. Unlike many of his peers, he saw the land not as something to be conquered, but as a living entity to be nurtured and respected. Demeter saw in him the potential for greatness. She recognized that his reverence for nature mirrored her own, and she believed he could be the bridge between the divine and the mortal realms. She decided to make him her chosen one, her emissary to humankind. This was no small decision. It was a commitment to guide and protect him as he carried out her sacred mission. Under her tutelage, Triptoleme would learn the sacred art of cultivating the land. She taught him the ancient techniques that had been passed down through the ages, techniques that were imbued with divine wisdom. Demeter bestowed upon Triptoleme a gift, a golden plough drawn by winged serpents. This was no ordinary plough. It was a symbol of her trust and a tool of immense power. These serpents were no ordinary creatures. They breathed fire and soared across the sky with impossible speed. They were guardians of the plough, ensuring that it was used wisely and with respect. With this plough, Triptolemus would sow the first seeds, spreading the gift of agriculture throughout the world. His task was monumental, but he was ready to embrace it with all his heart. Before he embarked on his journey, Demeter shared with Triptolemus the secrets of the earth. She imparted knowledge that had been guarded by the gods for centuries, knowledge that held the key to sustaining life. She taught him how to till the soil, plant the seeds, and reap the harvest. Each step was a sacred ritual, a dance with the earth that required patience and reverence. She emphasized the importance of respecting the land, of giving back as much as one takes. This principle was at the heart of her teachings, a reminder that humans were stewards of the earth, not its masters. Triptolemus, eager to fulfill his destiny, listened intently, his heart filled with awe and determination. He knew that his journey would be challenging, but he was ready to honor Demeter's trust and bring her gift to the world. As he set out on his journey, Triptolemus felt a profound sense of purpose. He was not just a prince, he was a bearer of divine knowledge, a harbinger of a new era for humankind. And so, with the golden plough in hand and the wisdom of Demeter in his heart, Triptolemus began his mission. The fields would flourish, the harvests would be bountiful, and humanity would thrive. All thanks to the sacred knowledge passed down from the goddess of the harvest. With Demeter's blessing, Triptolemus embarked on his mission. He soared across the land, his chariot leaving trails of fire in its wake. He scattered seeds wherever he went, transforming barren fields into fertile ground. People watched in amazement as crops sprouted, where once there was only dust and despair. Triptolemus's journey, however, was not without its perils. As he travelled, he encountered both kindness and cruelty. Some welcomed him as a hero, eager to learn his secrets. Others, driven by greed and envy, plotted against him. Among these was King Lincos of Scythia, a ruler consumed by his desire for power. Lincos saw Triptolemus's gift as a threat to his own authority. He devised a plan to kill the young hero and claim the secrets of agriculture for himself. One night, as Triptolemus slept, Lincos crept into his chambers, intending to murder him in his sleep. However, Demeter, ever watchful over her chosen one, intervened. She awoke Triptolemus, warning him of the danger. Lincos, caught in his treachery, faced the full force of Demeter's wrath. She transformed him into a lynx, a creature forever marked by its deceit. Having faced countless dangers and spread Demeter's gift throughout the world, Triptolemus had become a symbol of resilience and dedication. His journey was not just a physical one, but a spiritual odyssey that transformed him deeply. Triptolemus returned to Eleusis. He was no longer the naive youth who had embarked on this epic journey. He had witnessed the best and worst of humanity. He understood the true value of Demeter's gift and the importance of safeguarding its secrets. Under Demeter's guidance, he had grown wiser and more compassionate, realizing that the knowledge he carried was both a blessing and a responsibility. Triptolemus established the Eleusinian mysteries, secret rituals designed to honor Demeter and Persephone, and to celebrate the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. These mysteries were shrouded in secrecy, their true nature known only to initiates. What transpired within the hallowed halls of Eleusis remained a closely guarded secret, passed down through generations. The rituals were intricate and profound, involving symbolic acts that connected the participants to the divine. The mysteries offered a glimpse into the afterlife, a promise of immortality to those deemed worthy. Initiates underwent purification rituals, endured periods of fasting, and witnessed sacred dramas that reenacted the abduction of Persephone and Demeter's grief. These dramas were not mere performances, but sacred reenactments that allowed participants to experience the divine narrative firsthand. Through these rituals, participants connected with the divine, finding solace and hope in the face of life's uncertainties. The purification rituals were designed to cleanse the soul, preparing the initiates for the profound experiences that lay ahead. Fasting was a test of endurance and faith, a way to purify the body and mind. The sacred dramas were the climax of the initiation, a powerful reminder of the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The Eleusinian Mysteries became one of the most important religious institutions in ancient Greece. People from all walks of life flocked to Eleusis, drawn by the promise of spiritual enlightenment and the hope of a better afterlife. The mysteries were a beacon of hope in a world often filled with uncertainty and strife. Hoping to be initiated into these sacred rites, the mysteries offered a sense of community, a shared experience that transcended social status and personal beliefs. They provided a framework for understanding the mysteries of life and death, offering comfort and hope in a world often characterized by chaos and uncertainty. The sense of belonging and the shared spiritual journey created bonds that lasted a lifetime, uniting people in their quest for divine truth and eternal life.